Okay, this might seem a little weird. I've got the camera balanced here on a couple of weights. It's all I could find to balance the camera on so that I can put my hand underneath and we can actually observe what I'm talking about while the camera stays steady. I'm just gonna try. Okay, we can't see it very well. These are my hands. I have Dermatophagia and Onychophagia. So compulsive nail biting and compulsive skin picking. This camera doesn't seem to be the best in terms of quality, but I want to just show what my hands look like. So I've always bitten my nails, but from a very young age I've also adapted to picking the skin around my fingers. Like this one right now, you can see, if you look closely there, there's a bunch of skin missing. I pick the skin from all of my fingers, but particularly this thumb. Just try to turn this over here so we can see a better look of it here. This one's kind of the worst one. It's in the most rough shape. So, I just want to demonstrate and kind of explain my story here regarding this disorder. I've always done it. It's not something that I really have an explanation for why I do it, other than it just satisfies an urge. It feels nice, if you can believe that. It doesn't hurt, or it can hurt. The intention is not to hurt myself, although it does happen. I don't know how else to explain why I do it. It's just something that I've gotten into a habit of doing. It feels good to do it. So, this thumb right now it's ready for a pick actually. You can see kind of, there's a bit of a, if you look right here, there's a bit of a flake of skin there. And it's kind of driving me crazy. That type of thing there, that's what I live for in terms of this disorder. I'm going for it. I'm going for it and I'm gonna get it. I want to caution you here that I'm a little different, I think, than maybe some people. And I know that other people are probably like me or even worse than me, but I use tools to get the job done. I mean, I'll definitely sit there and chew it and pick away at it, but when you have a tool at your disposal to really aid you in the process, it just helps. Okay, I'm just going to zoom the camera out here. Whoa. There we go. It's a little too zoomed in, I think. Try to balance it here. Okay, here we go. There. So I think we can see a little bit better now, maybe. It's hard to tell. Anyway, here's my tool of choice. It's a kitchen knife. I'm a sick fuck. What can you do? The rest of this gets graphic, guys, other than I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm not trying to make myself bleed. I'm just going to try to get that little guy out of there. And then, if you see right here, there's kind of like a bubble under my skin. And what that is it's like, it's regrowth. It's from a previous pick. I've picked off layers of skin here. And possibly, I think I went a little too deep here. And when it regrows, sometimes it seems to get like a little white bubble under the skin. Well, the fact of the matter is, that regrowth skin, it's coming off. I can get in there, and it's going to be awesome. You can see up here, and right here, I've actually dug a little too deep at some point. And that's usually just from me biting at it. I've ripped off too much. I don't like to go that deep. I'm just trying to get that top layer of goodness. So let us begin. What I'm going to do is just start kind of picking away at that. So, I mean, basically what I'm doing is I'm shedding off that top layer of skin. And underneath, it's not raw. It's more tender, but it's not raw. So I guess what happens here is that when the new skin grows, because you've kind of hurt it in the first place, it calluses. And so this top layer of skin is actually quite hard and annoying for me, which is kind of what compels me to want to do this. Is I try to shed that top layer of hard, numb, callus-like skin, and get down to so that it feels normal again. So obviously this is one of these vicious cycle type of addictions. So this one right here, this is prime for picking off. Just gonna give it a little rip. I don't want to. You got to be careful how you rip it. If you pull it too much, you can kind of get into the lower layers and cause bleeding, and that's not the goal here. We're not trying to hurt ourselves. We're just trying to satisfy the urge, and that urge is all about getting that good peel. So there it is. Here's the other sick part. I'm not just gonna throw that away. I'm eating the fucker. You guys don't get to see that part. I'm trying to remain somewhat anonymous here. Keep going. This is the good part. So we got to get something started here. I'm going to start up here, but I don't want to meet at the same layer as that there, because that'll just hurt. So we're just going to kind of get in here. There we go. Yeah. Ah, darn it. So that was a bit of a failure. It fell off. We're just gonna get... This isn't going as well as it normally does, probably because I'm kind of in a precarious position, but this knife also isn't as sharp as I would hope for. The sharper the knife, the better. I did try to sharpen it, but they're dull. Okay, well, I've got a pretty good peel started there. I'm gonna finish it with my teeth and eat that chunk of skin like a sick fuck. So please bear with me. Okay, well, I got it, but the usual plan is to try to actually get it to peel back further. There's more there. I'm gonna keep going at it because there's quite a bit here of new calloused skin that I'm just sick of. It's annoying me. I want it off. In fact, I'm just fine with just cutting it off. So you can see I'm just trying to shave off the top layer. I'm not trying to cut myself. I'm not trying to hurt myself. It just feels better. You know, another thing here that I typically do is my nail bed's shot. There's some skin just around the top of the fingernail here. Just carefully kind of cut it and trim it away. I believe that's the nail bed. I'm not much of a dermatologist, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm picking at. And again, it's at a point now where it's ready to come out of there. I'm going to finish it with my mouth and eat that little chunk of skin. So, I mean, part of what I'm trying to do is make it look better, if you can believe that or not. And I know that that's irrational. It doesn't make sense that this is going to possibly make it look better. This is the dullest knife of my life. This is my personal account of dermatophagia and what I deal with. This is a common disorder. It's maybe not super common, but it's out there, and I wanted to share my story. This is what I do. I'm not going to let it, I'm not going to build up some sort of complex about the problem. I accept that I do it. I'm a normal human being, other than I have a quirk, and God knows we all have our quirks. Thank you.